To you, you are
True
surely
riches.
the undisputed.
True riches.
True.
Very much.
You're welcome.
And tuko na mtoro amepatikana.
Lost and
Yes.
found.
Yes.
Lost and found. You know
I
the
was
worst
once lost.
thing? The only bad thing is to get lost and remain lost.
Yes.
If you get lost and be found, that
Yes.
is fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm back from inspecting the government project,
Oh yes.
and I can tell you we are doing well.
Yes.
We thank God to be back.
Asante sana.
Amen.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
We missed you last
I
Monday.
missed you too.
Yes.
But I could see you, but you could not see me.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
the beauty of where I was.
And Edwin Migui did a good job.
Yes, excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
I
And
am
I know
so
he's
happy.
watching us.
Yes, thank
Edwin,
you for sitting in.
thank you very much.
Yes.
And the one and the only, Simon K.
Aha.
The
Tuned
guy
in
who
from the
decided
diaspora.
to take a real sabbatical leave. My guy, sasa unahitajika hapa. Rudi nyumbani.
Bio.
Rudi nyumbani, tunakuhitaji. So asanteni sana and welcome everyone on board. And tonight we are talking about mentorship.
Yes.
I know, today in the morning there's something we were discussing, the four of us,
Yes.
the three of us and Kiari,
Yeah.
and we were talking that everyone, kuna area anakuanga ameshika. Like for me, when you mentioned dawa,
That one today, not allowed.
and then
Not admissible.
when we mention mentorship,
Yes,
your heart melts.
it does.
So what is mentorship?
Mentorship, I think I would use a very simple illustration. Maybe two or three illustration. Number one, I would say that it is a relationship. Number one, it's a relationship where you have someone who is experienced or ahead holding the hand of another person. So
Yeah.
the one experienced or ahead is the mentor holding the hand of another person who may be inexperienced or in need of support and helping them run their race. So everybody has a race to run.
Yes.
It is only that the mentor may have run the race before, but he is running his own race.
Yes.
And he is utilizing the lessons he has picked. He is utilizing the wisdom he has been given by God to help the mentee run their own race.
Yes.
So he is holding their hand. And the other illustration that I would use is the same and say, it is a situation where the mentor extends his hand. So that brings in the aspect of intentionality.
Yes.
So the mentor extends his hand and the mentee holds the mentor's hand. So the mentor's work
Yeah.
is to make available his hand. And the mentee's work is to identify and hold the mentor's hand and allow himself, the mentee, to be carried along. So what happens is that if the mentor is not willing to extend his hand, then mentorship cannot happen. But even if a mentor extends his hand and the mentee is not willing to get hold of that hand and be led,
Yes.
then it cannot also happen. So it is a relationship, number one, where we have one person who may be experienced, who may be more knowledgeable, who may have some wisdom, who is holding another person's hand and helping them run their own race.
Yes. So that is to say, for me to mentor someone,
Yes,
at first we must create a relationship.
there must be a relationship.
So there's no way I can be able to mentor somebody whom we don't have a good relationship.
For me, it's impossible. You may inspire them, you may motivate them, they may look at you from afar and say that is my role model, but mentorship, because for me mentorship is a form of discipleship. And for Christ to disciple his he was a mentor to the disciples.
Yes.
He told them, leave what you're doing, come and follow me. They first created a relationship.
Yes.
They spent time together and he mentored them. So there must be a relationship.
There must be a
When you see
relationship.
Paul talking to Timothy, he is calling him my son, because that son denotes a relationship. So I believe that every mentorship, it's actually a mentorship relationship.
Yes.
Every mentorship must be on a ground of a relationship between the mentor and the mentee.
And so that is to say, when I am mentoring this young person,
Yes.
there must be an openness. That I cannot be able to mentor you,
Yes.
and there are some things you are hiding from me.
Exactly, and when we come to look at some of the attributes of the key things in mentorship, that will come in. Because there is no way I I can hold your hand and help you run the race that you're supposed to be running, and you have a thorn on your foot, and you're not telling me. So what will happen is that you will think I'm harsh, because I'm telling you, let's go, let's move.
Yes.
But you're not telling me that you have a thorn. So when I know that you have a thorn, then that is when I'm able to know what pace do I need to keep.
Yes.
How do I need to help him deal with the thorn first, so that now I can help him run the race.
Okay.
Yes, very
Lovely.
important.
Reverend Gigi,
Yes.
when you hear the word mentorship, what comes to your mind?
When we talk about mentorship, we're talking about a relationship, like Reverend Warwe has said. The basic thing is that there is a relationship between two people. One person who is willing to share their knowledge.
Yes.
His or she is willing to share their experience through certain issues of life.
Yes.
I have gone through a journey, and I would want to help somebody else go through the same journey, possibly better than I did it, or as much as successfully as I have done it. And therefore, we have these two people, the mentor and the mentee, where they agree, let's do a work together. Like we said earlier on, there has to be that close relationship in a way that we are willing to have time where I can guide you and help you walk through your life in order for you to grow. I like it the way Reverend Warwe put it, that you can run your own race.
Yes.
In mentorship, we are helping you to grow your own life.
Yes.
Become exactly what you want to become. But use my experience to help you in order to be able to grow to a point where you can now say, I've become successful. It's about a relationship where we share our experiences, our knowledge, our skills with people that are looking up unto us. And there's something I want to correct. It doesn't have to be an old person and a young person. Every person in this life requires mentorship.
Yes.
And we have to talk to men and let men know that it doesn't matter how old you are. As long as you're here on earth and you're a man, you actually need a mentor in your life.
Yes.
Even if you're 70 years old, you still need somebody that can help you go through certain issues of life, help you grow through them, because they have either gone through the same issues, made mistakes, learned out of their mistakes how to overcome those mistakes, and they consider themselves to have made it at that time.
Yes.
Or they went through the same issue successfully. Then we ask ourselves, how did you make it? And they tell you, I had a success story. And out of that, they help you to follow their steps.
Yes.
So every man needs mentorship.
Yes.
Yes.
And there's something you have brought in there
Yes.
about experience.
Yes.
That is to say, I cannot be a mentor to someone if I'm not experienced in a certain area.
That is true, because you see, in mentorship, it's more of we are doing it together. Let's walk through this journey together.
Yes.
If we are going to walk through a journey together and I'm going to be guiding you, how can I guide you if I don't have any experience? It's just like the Bible asks, how can a blind man lead another blind man? It is about somebody who has experience in certain aspects of life, that they are able to tell somebody else, come and learn from me. Let's do it together. I will model for you what it means to go through this journey. And as I model for you, then you follow and I hold your hand,
Yes.
like Reverend Warwe says. So experience here has to be. For you to be a mentor, you got to have a wealth of experience in those particular areas that we're talking about.
Wow, lovely.
Yes.
Reverend,
Yes.
can someone have more than one mentor?
You can have more than one mentor, because mentorship can come in several shapes. One, you can have if you get a mentor who mentors you in very many areas, you are very blessed. You are blessed. I don't want to say you are lucky. I want to say you're blessed. You're favored of God. But you can have more than one mentor, because mentorship can be categorized, you know. And they are like you said, I mentor many people.
Yes.
There are people that I mentor in their career. As an accountant, I have many accountants that I mentor in their career. And because I've gone before them, And like he said, they don't have to be younger than me. They
Yes.
can be my age mates, they can even be older, but there's something they can pick and learn from me.
Yeah.
There are people I mentor in their relationships, whether it is marriage relationships or even family relationships or such. So you can have a mentor, because you may get a mentor who can mentor you in the career, but he can't mentor you in the spiritual realm.
Yeah.
Like he cannot guide you as a spiritual mentor. And therefore, you can have a career mentor, you can have a spiritual mentor, you can have a mentor in your relationship. If you are a man who is married and you are walking alone, then you are getting into a disaster. This is what was happening to Moses. And Moses was thinking he was doing very well. You know, he's judging people and everybody is coming there. But it is until, because I see Jethro as a mentor.
Yeah.
Because Jethro, like I said, extends his heart. He makes himself available. And you see, Jethro is a great man. He does not, because I think the wife to Moses realized Moses is not at home. Because mentors help men get back home.
Yeah.
The wife realized Moses is not at home.
Yes.
He's not there for these children. So the wife leaves and goes to his father, to her father, who is Moses' father-in-law.
Yes.
Then Moses' father-in-law is a man, when your daughter comes home, don't start bashing that guy. Don't start fighting that guy. Do like Jethro. He says, I want to go and see what my son-in-law is doing.
Yes.
And he carries the wife, Zipporah, and the children, and they go. And he stays there for a whole day. He's not calling Moses. He watches what Moses is doing. He watches what Moses is doing. Moses thinks he's succeeding. Then Jethro tells him, my son, what you are doing is of no good to you and to these people. It will kill you. It will finish you. So he gives him counsel. He gives him counsel. So you need to have a mentor. You need to have someone in your marriage. So that could be another different mentor.
Yeah.
He might not mentor you in the career. He might not mentor you in the spiritual world. So every man can have 3, 4, 5 mentors. I personally have several mentors. I have a mentor in my spiritual, as a minister, even every minister needs a mentor. In my marriage, I have a mentor. In my career as an accountant, as an auditor, I have a mentor. I have someone who guides me, who shows me the way. When I'm stuck, there's someone I can call at any time, and they are willing to listen to me. And I always say, mentors are not just, there are people who are ready not only to celebrate your victories, but they are willing to also help you clean your mess.
Exactly.
Yes, they are willing to listen to you and not be judgmental, but they are willing to say, look here, I can see what you've done, it's not right, but let's do it. Let's clean this mess.
Wow.
Yes.
Nice. Now, there's something coming to my mind. Can my mentee at some point become my mentor?
Yeah.
That is interesting. I would honestly say no. And at the same time say that there is always something to learn. There is something that your mentor can learn from you. But if we are talking about me mentoring you, I am only mentoring you on the areas where I am more experienced than you are.
The reason why I've asked you that,
Yes.
because you might find that maybe there's this young man I am mentoring
Yes.
spiritually,
Yes.
but maybe he's doing good in business, so he can turn and be my mentor in the area of business.
Your mentor in business. Yeah?
How about that?
Yeah, it's one thing that could happen, because it could be possible, but you must be careful, because a mentorship relationship can become dysfunctional. Because one of the key things in every mentorship relationship is authority, is the ability of the mentor to exercise authority that has been permitted by the mentee over the mentee's life. So when authority moves down. So when there is authority moving down and another one moving up, then it can bring about a dysfunction. Because when I'm mentoring a young man in his marriage, he has given me some level of authority that I can call him and tell him, look, what you're doing is wrong, you must stop. When you allow me to be your spiritual mentor, there are things that I might come. I might even appear in your church. I'm mentoring, there are ministers that I mentor. And I come to your church, and I find things that you are doing. But because by your permission, you have allowed me to be an authority, because a mentor has a level of authority, I'm able to tell you, this is wrong, and this is wrong. So when now I exercise that authority, and again, in another aspect, I have allowed you, because you are my mentor, to exercise authority. There could be a dysfunctionality unless you are peer, because they are peer mentors, and peer mentors is more of peer-to-peer influence.
Yes.
It might not be seen in its entirety as mentorship. It is just like you can't have a father
Who is your son?
and then your son becomes your father.
Exactly.
You know, there's somebody here who have been told that somebody is their mother, but yeah, so it can bring about some dysfunctionality in that mentorship relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. There are some people who are here. West Kagu, Asante West Kagu, you're tuned in. Our very own Simon K. And anasema YouTube has better sound. Okay. Thank you for that. So West Kagu is asking, sasa wapi Simon K? Simon K ako sabbatical leave. So but anarudi. Kamau, Shaolin Kamau is following. Jane Nyambura is watching. Jibriz is watching. We have a number. Maybe someone can go.
Yeah, they can let us know whether we have the sound now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. We can have someone look at.
Yeah. You just comment there and tell us whether there is sound now on Facebook. I can see we have several people watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grace Wajakefo is saying she's here. Is there sound, Grace?
Sound. I think everyone is talking about sound.
Yeah. Although it was at the beginning.
At the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let us know whether the sound is okay now.
Sound is clear.
Yes.
The lady from Dar es Salaam is
Thank you.
indicating
There's someone
that.
who have said that the sound is clear. So thank you, Maggie Joy Blessings, Mbula Makutwa, SC Mwangi Maina, Simon K. We have, who is this? Grace Wanja, Kama, Shaolin Kamau, West Kagu. Thank you very, very much for joining us. And kindly, we would love to get your feedback, and also we also want to know whether the sound is okay as we continue with this. But if you find that Facebook sound is having an issue, you can go to YouTube. We also live on YouTube. But I'm told that the technical department has worked on the sound, and so the sound is super perfect. Thank you very much, the technical team. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We really appreciate. Leo hakuna uji, ndio maana maneno inapotea.
We know who to blame.
Leo kuna mtu amekula pesa ya unga. So as we talk about this,
Yes.
so then who can be
Let me say something before we leave the point we were having.
Yes.
I'm looking at a relationship of a mentor and a mentee. And Reverend Waroi said it so clearly that when you are when you're mentoring someone, you allow them to see your mess so that they can help you clean it and you are able to come out better. I'm looking at myself. I'm mentoring you. So I know quite a bit of your mess. And I'm helping you clean up your mess. And then on the other side, you are trying to mentor me. Now I come and show you my mess. And you're supposed to help me clean up my mess. Where does the trust go? Because you'll be like, this guy, I'm even better than him in some way.
Yeah.
You know, I would honestly feel that when we get to a time where even if you have something that you are doing better than I am doing, I would prefer that I look for somebody else to mentor me in that particular area, because there's nobody who is an island of knowledge. There are so many other people that are doing well in business, just like you are doing. For the sake of credibility of our relationship, for the sake of the authority that Reverend Waro is talking about, that I would want to maintain the authority I have over your life, I will not be very comfortable to be mentored by you in whatever area that you think that you are better than I am doing. I would rather I look for somebody else who I can go and vent to. And like I said, every man needs a mentor. I think it's Simon K who said it here one day, that every crazy man needs another crazy man. You know, it was Joe Wisdom. You know, every man needs another man. It doesn't matter how good I am. I honestly need a mentor in a certain area of my life. And that is why now I go look for somebody, say that I am mentoring you and you're also mentoring me in this other way. That is a peer relationship. Like Reverend.
So now, who can be a mentor?
there are several things. Number one is that we are saying this person is able to extend their hand. Not everybody can be a mentor. Number one is a person who is ready and willing. Ready and willing. That you're not being pushed. You're not being forced. You're not being coerced. It's something that is flowing from deep within your heart.
Yeah.
You feel that you have a burden to help hold other people's hands, because sometimes it takes a lot of sacrifice. Sometimes it's for you to be able to hold other people's hands and help them through the journey. So you must be ready and willing, and it must be flowing from deep within your heart.
Yes.
And many times I say, it must be something that is connected to your purpose, that you feel this is something that God has called me to do. Number two is somebody who is available. The people who are too busy, that they can't create time, because we say it's a relationship.
Yes.
It's built on time spent together. It's built on energy spent together. So you must be available. If I want to meet you, if I want to talk to you, if I want to give you a call, if I want us to have a lunch together, if I want us to have breakfast. I'm not saying that you become overbearing, but this person needs to be available. I'm available for my mentees, because you can get a mentor, but he is never available. He can't impact you if he is not available. The third thing that is very, very important is somebody that can win the trust of his mentees. There are people, because of their character, because of the way they do things, because of the way they live life, people can't trust them.
Yeah.
And trust brings about the aspect of someone who can be confidential. We are saying this is somebody who is willing and ready to help other people clean their mess.
Yes.
So when this mentee comes and they are opening up to you, and they are telling you what they are going through, you must be a person who is trustworthy and who can keep things in confidence.
Yes.
The other thing that is very critical is that it must be somebody who is not judgmental. Because what we are saying is, I'm coming and showing you my weaknesses. So take for example, I'm a pastor. I have a pastor who mentors me, Reverend Peterson Wangombe. I'm never ashamed of mentioning his name. I am going and telling him, this is what I'm going through. This is the challenges I have, and I need you to support me. I don't need a mentor who look at me and say, but you are a pastor.
Pastor, how?
Pastor, come away. How can you?
How?
No, you need someone who is not judgmental, who is very objective.
Yes.
Yes.
Who can listen to me and objectively guide me and help me out of my mess.
Yeah.
Not condemn me, not make me feel less. Because again, you might get a mentor who will always make you feel like you are less of a human being. Who will always make you feel like you are a failure because they're accessing a lot of information about you. But you need a mentor who is able to build confidence, even where confidence has been depleted. Where this person has gone through issues. Maybe they have been insulted in the house by their wives. We are talking about men. They have been insulted by their bosses. They have been insulted by their peers. They feel like they are nothing.
Yeah.
They are down there. And they are coming in tears. You know, a mentor is somebody that I can shed my tears in front and not feel, men crying.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can cry in his presence, and I'm creating a ground where my tears can be wiped, but at the same time, I can be helped to regain myself if by virtue of things that I'm going through, I've lost myself.
Wow.
So this must be a person who is able to do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which are some of the other attributes or attributes of a good mentor?
Yeah, I think just to add on to what Reverend has said, number one is that for you to become a mentor, you must be somebody who is willing to sacrifice. Because you're going out of your way to help somebody become.
Yes.
And most of the times you have nothing to gain, to be very honest. It's a lot of sacrifice. So if you're this kind of a person that is not willing to sacrifice your time, your resources, you will find it difficult to be able to reach out to this person. I can tell you, mentorship relationships demand a lot of being together, like Reverend said. They demand a lot of inconvenience that sometimes they want to intrude into my private space, and I will have to allow them to do that. So I must be willing to sacrifice some of my luxury, some of my comfort, some of my resources, so that I incorporate these people into my programs, into into my budget and the like things, so that by the end of the day, I see that I have been able to help this person.
Yes.
If you're this kind of a person that is then willing to sacrifice, then I can tell you for a fact you can make a mentor. Number two, and very, very important, integrity.
Integrity.
Yes, because you are getting access to information, some of which is very sensitive and private. If you're not a man of integrity, you can easily take advantage of that. And we've had cases like that, where somebody claims I was being mentored by so-and-so, and finally they introduced me to this, and they introduced me to the other. They taught me how to be sexually immoral and such like things in the name of a mentor. You know, let me, you know, in the common language that people are using these days, and I seem to be having issues because this week, I mean, the last 2 weeks I've been quarreled a lot because of what I said about titles. You know, everybody is on my case. Yeah? But allow me to be candid. You know, there's a saying that is going round. I don't know how to call it. A vibe that is going round about this is me, this is my son, this is my dad, this is my mommy, and all that kind of a thing. And the worst case is when you have such people, and then you get to a point and they start telling you that I was introduced into premarital sex by my
Daddy, Papa, Papa,
by my
and
papa.
Mama.
I was introduced into alcohol by my papa. You know, I was introduced into gazing by my papa. You know, when these things happen, you really feel so hard pressed because you keep on asking yourself, where is the place of integrity in this so-called daddy, papa, and all that? You know, we've got to be very, very clear that if you're looking for a mentor, be almost 100% sure about the integrity of this man or this woman. I know there are women watching us who is actually you're going to be asking to mentor you. If you have questions about their integrity, think twice. I would say you better not be mentored than be mentored the wrong way.
Yes,
I hope
I agree.
Better walk alone rather than being mentored by someone who will lead you into ways that are ungodly.
Exactly.
I agree.
Because you will end up having more problems than the problems you're trying to solve at this time.
I get you.
So you've got to be very, very sure about the integrity standards of this person. This, again, somebody who is going to be a mentor must be somebody who is willing to work with you. That willingness that I have accepted you into my life, because the moment you become my mentee, you are almost becoming part of, you know, as a family man, I would always say, part of my family.
Yes.
I am willing to work with you. That willingness is the drive here. If you don't have the drive, you know, like Reverend says, the purpose, if you don't have the drive to mentor guys, you will do it 1 month because you want to write on your Facebook status that a mentor and a coach and a whatever else. You know, again, let me not talk about titles. But you know, you will do that for 2 months and then you will be tired.
Yes.
You know, I know this guy has been mentoring guys forever. You know, and you can tell it is coming from within. There are people that have tried to do the same thing, and 6 months down the line, they have even forgotten that they were mentors themselves. They actually need to be mentored. The willingness to work with people. You must have a very big heart. I will be very honest with you. If you're going to be a mentor, you must have a very, very big heart that is willing to accommodate all manner of people with all manner of their trash, whatever they are carrying, because your work is to clean them up and make them, you know, like Paul would say, present them before God, a church without a blemish or a wrinkle. I think that is what we actually need for mentors.
And there's something for me you have really brought out very well, and that is about reputation. The integrity of this person. So Rev, what happens when maybe I have been desiring that Reverend Waroi, he's a good man, he's a pastor, I see him preaching fire, and so I want him to be my mentor, only to come into your life, and later I realize this guy is not a good person. And we have already started walking this journey. What should I do as a mentee?
Walk out.
Yes.
Just walk out. You know, I'll mention this. I was in a meeting somewhere today, and one of the questions that was asked is how one can leave a relationship they feel they ought not be in there. And I said, just leave. I used 2 terms. I said, separate and replace. Separate from this one, but don't leave a vacuum. Replace with
But
something
now,
else.
my
And this person is asking,
pastor,
yes, I'm going.
How do I leave my papa?
Exactly, and that is why I'm coming. Because this person was asking, how do I even explain? I don't have reasons.
Yes.
And one thing that I must always is that you owe no one an explanation
Explanation.
for decisions you make about your
Yes.
life. You don't need to mess up your life because you
To
feel
please
that
someone.
you owe somebody. Even your papa, by the way, even if you are attending a church where you are being misused and somebody is telling you if you leave that church, the devil will follow you and you'll never be blessed. Please, leave.
out.
Leave.
You guys
Don't-
are-
just leave. Just leave. You owe no one an explanation.
Yes.
You don't know even a papa and a mama unless they birthed you and you are carrying their DNA in your blood.
Yes.
For that one, we'll have a discussion. You cannot come and tell me you are leaving your
biological
biological
father
father
or
or mother.
Yes.
But this papa, mama, mentor, just leave. And sometimes I say, live honorably. Living honorably is being open to people.
Yes.
Go come to Reverend Duaroe. Tell Reverend Duaroe, I came to you because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have not been
Instead,
met
this
because
happened.
now I am aware of 4, 5, 6, 7.
How do I come out to tell my papa, I have realized that you take alcohol, and I didn't see him take alcohol, it's only that there is some smell.
So what I would
That
say
smell
is
is enough evidence that there is alcohol.
But again, I would say we are not all strong. Even if you don't have the courage of telling Papa that I'm leaving because you take alcohol, tell them that we were in this relationship. I feel it's not going to meet my
Adding
desired
value to me.
results or
Yes.
add value to me, and therefore I'm sorry that we have to
part
terminate.
ways.
And we have to part ways. We have to terminate. You don't make him an enemy. You don't make him an enemy. It doesn't mean that you won't be talking after that.
Yeah.
But let him know that you have left. Because again, it is not good for you to come and ask me to be your mentor, and we start a journey,
Then
and
you
then
just leave.
you leave.
Just
Me-
like that.
Without an
I
explanation.
think,
I'm
I
left
think
there, I'm wondering.
Yeah, I think I'm still mentoring you, and you left long ago. So in my good mentorship, ability, I'm trying to follow you up.
Yes.
What happened?
But you
When
don't
can
do
we
my
meet?
call.
No, just be
Uliendaka
honest.
zako.
But be clear. You've been my mentor. Thank you for the time. But I think we are not able to continue from here.
Now, another question now comes in.
Yeah.
Now, when I go, or when this person goes
Yes.
and explains to Papa, I'm not able to continue with this journey because of this and this and this. And then your Papa behaves in a manner like now he wants to start cursing you. What should one do?
His curses are just a waste of energy and saliva.
That is
They
it.
have no impact. Why should I should not even be bothered about
Yeah.
it. I have people who even come to my church. Not my church, the Church of
The
Christ.
Church of God.
The Church of Christ that I shepherd.
Yes.
They come and tell me, what do I do? Because I feel I
was
cannot
told.
continue in that place. But I have been told if I leave that place, I will never succeed wherever I go. And I tell them, go move from there as fast as you can.
Yes.
Yes.
And see how successful you will become. You know what, Willie? We have been given the authority and the mandate to bless.
Yes.
We have not been given the authority and mandate to curse.
Come on. Hallelujah.
We have not.
Preach it.
We have not. The mandate, when God spoke to Moses, what did he tell them? He told him, talk to the Levites. Tell them, this is how they will be blessing the people.
Children.
May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you. May he turn his countenance towards you.
Yes.
May he be gracious to you and give you peace. He did not say, and when they do wrong, this is how you curse them. We have not been given the mandate to curse. The only mandate we have is the mandate to bless. And the Bible only instructs us to bless. And what God says is that anyone who curses you, I will myself, I will curse that one. But I will not curse them for no reason. I'll curse them because they have cursed you. But when they curse you, I'm not asking you to curse them. I'm the one who will do it.
Yes.
And in Romans, we are told to repay evil with good. It's good. So if you meet a papa or a mama who want to curse you because you are leaving their fold, that is actually a confirmation that you should have left yesterday. It is actually a confirmation that what you're doing in leaving is the right thing.
Wow.
And if there is
Actually-
anybody who have told you that you, my sons, that they talk as if, you, my sons, if anybody leaves this place, they will never succeed where they will go. Just leave.
Go.
Let me say something.
Yes.
You see, God, I mean, God is not an idle man sitting somewhere waiting for anybody that is called human being to make anything called prayer and answer it.
Yeah.
God is a very busy man. Yes. Sorry for using the word man, but I hope you get what I'm saying.
He's
Yes,
not desperate to answer some
He's
prayers.
not desperate to answer prayers. That he's waiting for anybody
Well,
that is willing to come.
Today you have chosen violence.
I know. I know. But let the violence take it and take it by force.
Yes.
Listen, why does this person curse you? What reason? Because it is, you see, if a curse is going to come to your life, it is not based on this person saying it.
Yes.
It is based on God allowing it to come. Why would God be so unjust to allow a curse to come into my life just because I have left you? Just because I have said no to a relationship that is not working, that is not adding value. God cannot answer a prayer that is not biblically sound. Bible tells us you do not have because you do not ask. And when you ask amiss. All those curses are amiss. And I can tell you, it doesn't matter how many